What's up everyone? Welcome back. This is Dan from DHTV and today I've got some iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro tips and tricks that are going to help you learn how to use your new iPhone 12 Pro and help you get the most out of it. Let's get started. Alright, now I'm using the iPhone 12 Pro for this video, but you can use any iPhone 12 device and some older devices as well. And as always, if you want more great iPhone 12 videos, there's a link in the description to the full playlist. Now we're going to start off with a specific tip for the iPhone 12s here, and that's going to involve opening up our settings application, tapping on cellular, and we're going to work with the 5G settings. Now the way you access these is you simply open up the cellular data options. You're going to see a section here that says voice and data auto. Now when you open that up, you're going to see you have three settings: 5G on, 5G auto, and LTE. Now 5G on is going to use 5G whenever it's available, even when it might reduce your battery life. And that's something to really consider with these phones, as the battery is a little bit smaller than the iPhone 11 Pros. So if you add 5G connectivity, you're going to drain your battery a little bit quicker. The auto setting is going to use the 5G only when it will not significantly reduce the battery of the phone. So that's probably the best bet. Or you can actually set it back down to LTE, which probably is more than enough for most of us, but these are where you can control your 5G settings on the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro models. Now, with that being said, if you do choose to have 5G on auto or on, you can actually restrict 5G from working. If we go back to our main settings page here, and you tap on the battery section. If you enable low power mode, it'll completely restrict 5G from working on the phone except during video streaming. You can also set a shortcut in your control center so that you could do that even quicker. Back to settings, tap control center. Scroll down just a little bit and you'll see a low power mode. Tap add. That'll now appear in your options here. If we go into our control center, you see we have the low power mode icon so that we can turn it on and off. And in turn, it can be used as a 5G toggle to turn it on and off. The next tip is called back tap, and I did a full video on this. I'll link you to that one in the description as well. But we're just gonna go into our settings app here and type in tap, and that's gonna bring up our touch settings. So we'll tap on the touch settings here, and we're gonna scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see back tap. Now, when I turn on back tap, it's going to allow me to create this tapping functionality on the back of the phone using a double tap or triple tap. So just for this example, I'm going to set this up and I'm going to set it when I double tap on the phone here to take me back home. So now I'm on the settings application and I'm just going to use this finger and tap on the back of the phone twice and it takes me back home. And this will work in any application. So if I do go into, say, YouTube here, I can double tap on the back of the phone and it'll exit out. Now, I did have some people complaining that it wasn't working as well. I think that the newer the phone, the better it works. If it doesn't work when you enable it, try restarting the phone and choosing another option. I know home works really well. Even mute, I think, works really well. So right now, I'll turn the volume right up. I'll give it a double tap and it's silent mode on. Now, if I double tap it again, silent mode is on. I actually had the mute switch on. That's why it was kind of reversed. The next tip involves the iPhone camera, and in particular, portrait mode having night capabilities. So night mode is now available in portrait mode. So you can see the option appears up top whenever it determines that there's a low light situation, and you'll see that it'll allow you to now take night mode portraits, which look absolutely amazing. Additionally, if you flip to the front-facing camera, you also have night mode capabilities in dark situations. So if it does darken up in the standard photo section here, you'll see that you have night mode available to you at the top. And you can always tap on this and configure how much or how little of the night mode features are going to be enabled. The next one involves the on-screen widgets that you can see right here. Now you can add widgets at any time just by tapping and holding on the home screen and tapping the plus up top. It's going to allow you to choose a whole set of widgets here based on different applications that you use or different features built into the phone. For example, if we wanted to add one here, we could just add a simple notes widget, and we can choose between the look of it as well. We'll use this one right here. tap add widget, and now it's going to appear on screen. You can also combine widgets together just by dragging them over each other, and now they become stacks or smart stacks, and you can just swipe away, and now all I have to do is just swipe between these widgets. Now if you want a full tutorial on these widgets, there's a link in the description to a video I put together. It'll explain how they work and how you can completely customize them. The next tip involves the app library, and you can access it just by scrolling all the way to the right side of your phone, and it'll bring up the app library. Now the setting that we're going to look at here is actually located in the home screen option, and what it does is allow you to have your newly downloaded apps go straight in the app library only. So that means they're not going to download to your home screen and clutter up all of your pages. You'll still be able to access the apps right here, and they'll be automatically organized for you in these little groups that Apple's technology has set up. Now, one of the biggest things, I've talked about it many times, is when you open the camera app and you're looking at the front-facing camera, when you take a picture, you can see my hand is on the right side, it flips it over in the preview to the left side. Well, now in the settings application, if you go to the camera settings, we'll just type it in, you can actually use the mirror front camera option. So if you turn that on, now when you take front facing camera selfies, so we'll take that again, you'll see in the preview, my hand stays on the right side. So it's no longer going to be that mirrored image that's been bugging so many people over the years. The next tip is going to help you save some battery life, which is going to be an issue most likely with these iPhone 12s, as they have smaller batteries and they use 5G, which is known to take up a little bit more battery. So we'll open our settings application and we're just going to type in brightness here. And what we want to find is the auto brightness, and you can see if we scroll down a little bit here, auto brightness is right at the bottom. If we tap on that option, we can actually turn off auto brightness. By default, it's set to on, and that's going to use up more battery as it's going to constantly change the display's brightness depending on the lighting in the situation you're in. So by turning this off, you should save a little bit of battery. Now, a new feature that was added with iOS 14 was the ability to use picture-in-picture when you are watching full screen videos. Now, I'm in the Apple TV app here, and if I just give it a quick tap, you'll see some options appear at the top. I'm going to tap on this one right here. It's going to give me a picture-in-picture, and I can actually use the phone while this is playing at the top, and I can pretty much do whatever I'm doing and have that almost playing in the background. Now, this also works with YouTube and other applications. You'll just have to search around for that little button, but it is available now with the iPhone 12 and iOS 14. Now, with the addition to iOS 14 on your iPhone 12, you can actually customize how different applications are going to be used and which ones are going to be set as your default. So I'm going to tap on Chrome here, for example, and I can actually set the default browser app this time to change it to Chrome. So I have these three installed on my phone, but now anytime I open a website from, say, a text message, it's going to default to Chrome rather than Safari. In that same fashion, you can do the same thing to change your default mail app here. So if we tap on Gmail, I can default my mail app from the mail app that's installed on the iPhone already to my Gmail application as well. And you can do this with all sorts of different applications. It's just a matter of tapping on them, opening them up, and seeing what features are available. The next tip is for those of you who are into taking FaceTime videos on your device. Now, what you can actually do with the new iPhone 12s, because they have 5G capabilities, is perform FaceTime video calls in 1080p. So we do need to set this up. So we're going to open our settings application again. We're going to go over to the cellular section, and then we're going to select the cellular data options again, and then we're going to tap on data mode. And once you select that, you're going to see the option called Allow More Data on 5G. Now, I talked about this earlier in the video, but if you turn this on, it's going to allow you to access that FaceTime in 1080p HD. Tying in with FaceTime is actually another setting here. So if we open the settings application and we scroll down to FaceTime, towards the bottom, you'll see an eye contact option here, and it's going to try to establish a natural eye contact while you're on FaceTime. So when you turn that on, you could potentially be looking at the phone, and the person on the other side will notice your eyes looking at them. The next tip involves the camera app once again, and that's going to be the quick take videos. So if you pull from the right side on your camera app here, you can actually start shooting a video. You can stop it, or you can hold your finger on the shutter button and it'll take a video until you let go. That's different from the Instagram videos where you can tap and hold, let go, and continue. This one will actually finish taking the video and it'll save to your photo stream. So those are some of my favorite iPhone 12 and 12 Pro tips and tricks. As I said earlier, there's a link in the description to more great iPhone 12 videos, and a lot of these tips here should work on older devices as well. I'm running with iOS 14 for this particular video, but they should be future-proof for the next little while. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, and if you found the video helpful or enjoyable, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and the bell notification button so you're notified on your phone when I post new videos. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.